And I don't know if you've heard myself refer to myself in the third person, but this is what I do. Right?
All the time.
What's your real name?
Well, I'll tell you the real fucking name. This is a quick story, okay? Because when I was in New York City and this guy goes, "Oh my God, it's Brian Johnson." And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Who the fuck is Brian Johnson? I swear to God. And I'm like, let me tell you the story real quick about Brian Johnson. Because every man has this barbarian trapped inside of him, right here, right? And that barbarian wants to come out, but doesn't get the chance to come out a whole lot. This is your primal, your primordial, first version of yourself, your wild version before we domesticated ourselves. This is the fucking barbarian inside of you. He only comes out now occasionally in the modern world when you fight for something, maybe in sports, maybe in a life or death situation. My fucking barbarian broke out of that cage and he fucking ate Brian Johnson. That guy's fucking gone. Dead. That guy is fucking gone.
So this is a
Did you eat him raw?
You need to fucking get some testicles.
This is a good jumping point for a question.
Hold on a second.
On the barbarian
No.
What?
Are you Brian Johnson?
Yeah.
I'm Liver King.
Yeah.
He
100
was
fucking
Brian
percent.
Until he took the Johnson & Johnson, then he died. And then I'm just kidding.
Bro, you ever have Cheetos? Because that's like the best fucking thing.
No Cheetos?
Here's the thing. the Brian Johnson had Cheetos.
Oh,
This guy,
you killed that
20 years
motherfucker,
ago.
I have a question for this Brian character that no longer exists. How would you speak to Brian to get him to do this? Because you guys had your cubs to protect. So when you have your kids, nothing matters anymore. So you wanted to lead with an example. But somebody who's like a Brian that's not, his kids are not in danger.
Yeah.
How do you get him to take that step?
Yeah, there's two things I would say. Number one is show him, don't tell him. This is the first thing. The second thing I would say is your life already fucking sucks. Right?
Listen, kid.
listen.
I gotta tell you something. Your life is shit.
Your life
Eat
fucking
more
sucks.
Eat more pancreas.
Here's the thing. But you know it.
Right.
Because again, you're suffering with depression, with anxiety. You can't have fucking kids. You want to have kids, right? You have an autoimmune condition. You have all these modern day chronic conditions. I can tell you your life sucks because you know it does, because again, you hate your fucking job, you hate your family life, you sedate yourself enough to call it your life. So people want something. You know, Liver King went on social media 7 months ago, not knowing what was gonna happen. And Jake and I were talking about this, that at the end of the day, people pay for value, right? If you're doing what's valuable, they'll pay for it with money or they'll pay for it by following you. And I think by evidence of the primals that are following this way of living, people need this message. People know that they're hurting. So what would I say is I would say, you know that your life fucking sucks and you know that you want to do something about it, but you're too goddamn fucking lazy to do something about it. So I'm gonna make it real easy for you. Start with liver. Just start with liver. And if you can't eat that liver, go take Ancestral Supplements liver. Go take Heart and Soil. Go put a pill down your fucking throat. Try this for a couple of weeks. And if you don't feel geometrically better, then go back to fucking suffering. But how much you want to bet this is enough of a lever for somebody to be encouraged to say, oh my God, there is a better life here? There's a better life here, because there's so many issues that we have today that are caused by nutrient deficiencies. You know how many kids are taking ADHD medications?
A ton.
That just have nutrient deficiencies. They get on some liver and bone marrow, and the stories that moms write in. Like, this is no way to relegate a fucking life, like to medication. You know, so this is what I would say to somebody is, you fucking know something's wrong. Deep down inside, whether you want to admit it or not, you do. And if you don't, you know somebody who's trying to have kids and they can't have kids and they're fucking devastated by it. Like, people are affected in crippling ways. They can't leave their house. They have depression and anxiety that's so severe that they can't get out of bed and they can't fucking leave their house. You know, and so they know that there's something wrong. So this is what I would say to them, is that you deserve a better fucking life, a life that's full of adventure, a life that's goddamn fucking worth living. This is why we're here.